Hello, Bliss Makers, and welcome to your Pisces New Moon 2023 synopsis. So this new moon occurs on February 20 of 2023 at 2:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it lands in the astrological wheel at 1 degree and 22 minutes of Pisces. And just a reminder that the new moon is the phase of the moon that initiates the current moon cycle. And because of that initiatory energy, new moons often carry the magic of beginnings, of fresh starts. And they basically sort of create a fertile soil for the seeds of your intentions. This is a moment of infinite possibility, and this moment comes to us every month at the beginning of each new moon cycle. It's a great time for setting intentions. This new moon lands in the Pisces astrological sign. And Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It's the natural inhabitant of the 12th house on the zodiac wheel. And this is the ending point that makes way for a new beginning. So this can be an especially weighty and auspicious time for us. And the energy that Pisces tends to hold is that of unity. It is very much this sort of one love, one human tribe energy. There is the magic of death, rebirth, and reflection, because we are preparing to enter into the new astrological year, and therefore a new stage of evolution for us individually and for us collectively. And so one thing that happens in Pisces season that can be really helpful is this moment of reflection, of review, of recalibration, so that we integrate everything that we experienced from that last cycle through the zodiac. We process all the gifts that we received. We make adjustments based on the wisdom that we gained through the challenges that we received. And we release anything that is holding us back so that we can move forward, creating space for new experiences, new wisdom, and new gifts. Pisces is also a very dreamy sign. It's a water sign, so there's a lot of emphasis on dreams, symbology, imagery, intuition, and empathy. It's a very feeling sign. And because of that relationship with intuition, especially, there can be an added alignment with spiritual endeavors. And also this sense of flowing and surrendering to divine providence and to the understanding that we are all, again coming back to unity, we are all of the same source. We are all being guided by something greater than self, by a collective purpose, by God, by universal intelligence, whatever it is that resonates for you. There is something greater than us that does seem to be moving us through the experience of life. As individuals and as a collective. And Pisces reminds us that it is okay to surrender into that ease and that state of trust. The Sabian symbol for this new moon in Pisces is a squirrel hiding from hunters. And while there are many ways that this Sabian symbol could be interpreted, the way I tend to see it is that this is a really potentially unstable time in the world as we are finishing up the end of this astrological cycle. And as such, so that we can make sure that we move forward with full vibrancy, with full health, with full security, it requires a bit of retreat, a moment of turning inward, a moment of removing yourself from the threats and distractions of the outside world so that you can really get a clearer sense of what is important for your own safety, your own security, and your own progress as you move forward. So now let's have a quick roundup of the aspects of note at this new moon in Pisces. So the new moon is conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. And this basically indicates that deep emotional tides may be ready for new containers. So you might consider getting creative with boundary setting and enforcing, looking at what boundaries are important for you, looking at how you actually express and communicate those boundaries, and then really paying attention to your ability to enforce them in a way that feels good for you. And while it is helpful to consider how other people can relate to the boundaries that we set, it's not so much that we're trying to please the other people. It's more about trying to communicate and enforce our boundaries in a way that other people can understand so that they're more likely to actually honor them for us. This is also an important time to trust your intuition to guide you through that process. So then we have Mercury in Aquarius, which is squaring Uranus in Taurus. So here we can get a glimpse of our desire to passionately communicate our ideals and how that desire can butt heads with the sudden shifts in our personal set of values. So it's important to make sure that we're clearly tuning into what's important rather than assuming old familiar soapboxes are still relevant. So again, Pisces season is a time for reflecting and recalibrating. This is a really potent way of doing that, is really looking at how you express what's important for you and also making sure that you're aware of what currently is important for you. Because sometimes we have a tendency to just follow the old scripts that we've been operating from instead of checking in to see, are these still true for us? Or were these ever ours to begin with, or did we inherit them from someone else? We also have Mercury in Aquarius trining Mars in Gemini. And this is all about speaking out for the silenced and how that's getting a boost in the form of well-reasoned action from that Mars in Gemini to back those words, to back that communication. Those efforts could yield some really noticeable results at this time. So again, being mindful with your words and how you're speaking out for those that might not be able to do so for themselves can really allow you to make some positive change in the world right now. And then lastly, Jupiter in Aries is opposing Ceres in Libra. So you may feel ready to get things started in a big and grandiose way with that Jupiter energy. But first, you'll need to look at how to balance all the things that truly nourish this new expanded vision of yourself and of your life. And if you can find and apply that balance, you can truly get started on building that new vision. So again, that brings us back into that Pisces energy of getting clear, reviewing, reflecting on everything that we've learned in the past cycle so that we're integrating it all and making our current platform truly reflect where we are and who we are in our lives so that we can move forward in a way that reflects that. Okay, and here's the gist. So beneath this new moon, you're being asked to get clear on what your values and passions are right now. When you have that clarity, you can move forward into a new phase of your life that will reflect who you've evolved into. Reflection and recalibration is the name of the game under this new moon, right? We're preparing for a new phase, so get ready. It's exciting. Woohoo! If you're looking for a way to bring this new moon in Pisces energy into practical application, you might consider this moon maneuver. So a moon maneuver is just a practice that you can try to strengthen your connection with the moon and the cycles of nature. And this moon cycle, you're being invited to explore your intuitive gifts. Try opening up to your inner voice, learn your human design authority and start using it to make decisions. You could explore dream walking. You could practice divination with the tools of your choice. However it feels aligned for you to explore your intuitive gifts is totally fine. There's no wrong way of doing it. As you become more proficient, you can turn your intuition toward honing your personal set of values, ideologies, your vision of your life moving forward. And from there, it's just taking action as your intuition guides you. The tarot card for this new moon in Pisces is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups, it's pretty spot on for this particular Pisces new moon. Tens bring the energy of that liminal space between completions and new beginnings. So the nines of the suit are the pinnacle, the manifestation of the potential energy at the one. And once we've had that moment of complete manifestation, then we have that period of integration, of processing, of reflecting everything that we experience so that we can put everything to good use. And that's what this 10 energy is. It's the reflection and integration phase. So the cups suit are aligned with the water element, just as Pisces is, which is a beautiful connection there. And the cups convey an increasing depth of emotional expression as we move higher through the suit. So this card is reminding us to root ourselves in our emotional core as we prepare to move forward through this cycle, which itself is a time of reflection and preparation for the new astrological year. The figures here in the card are balanced. They represent both masculine and feminine energy, both emotional and mental intelligence, because they're halfway submerged in water and they're halfway out in the atmosphere. They're looking forward at the horizon, at the miracle of the rainbow, which of course is the universal symbol of hope and the promise of a new day with opportunities, new opportunities. So take this time to reflect on all the wisdom you've gained through this last trip through the astro wheel, and then consciously curate what you'll carry forward into the next. And that's what this card is advising us, which is very beautifully aligned with this Pisces New Moon 2023 energy. If you're enjoying these full and new moon videos that I've been doing lately and you are feeling interested in learning more about the moon and her cycles, about how to work with the astrology of the moon, or even just to connect with other people who are exploring the cosmos and their intimate relationship with it, please feel invited to join us in the Moon Meets community. It's a free community. And you just need to sign up your name. Once you're registered, you get notified of new postings, and those postings will pertain to the moon cycle as well as cosmic weather. You can also post about your own experiences and questions as relate to working with the moon and astrology in general. We also have monthly moon meets where we gather virtually over a Zoom call to discuss each new moon and the cycle that's to follow, to set intentions and to do some tarot reading, to find a little guidance of how we might work with that energy a little bit more personally. And it's also a place just to be who you are and to ask questions and to express your experience and to connect with other people who are doing the same. We'd love to have you there, so feel free to check us out. All right, that wraps up this New Moon Pisces 2023 synopsis. I hope you found something that you could apply to your life in a way that feels magical and beautiful and beneficial. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel. And feel free to pass it along if you think there's somebody else who might gain from benefit from this knowledge as well. I hope you have a beautiful cycle, and I'm sending you lots of love.